This right there is the fortification. There is no choice, there are no other options. We have to take it. The Alhambra, even if it is only a ruin for the time being, is so important in our plans because it will guarantee our control over the entirety of the southern coast of Spain. If we do take it, maybe we can take control of our destiny yet again, because right now, I don't think that our king is feeling as though he is in charge. There's one pivotal thing to understand, and I really want to stress this. This character, this man right here, Rey Roger of Valence, he is an interesting personality. He is a deep personality as much as he sees the world in a little bit of a different light compared to other people. He always had a frame where he understood those actions have these consequences and this is how things are going to play out. And for the longest time, it worked exactly that way. He went all the way to Toledo. He of course attacked Albarracin. He took their artifacts and he started putting them into his throne room. Additionally, he now has not only the Bell of Santiago, this skull, the Holy Thorn, but also various other articles that he collected in Santiago. He is a man who always seems to have come out on top, and then, well, suddenly his firstborn, not so much. Prince Jourdan right here doesn't really seem to understand him. He has become agitated and angry from the few years that he had to live with his father in the Valencian court. He sent him off to Aragon. Believe it or not, he wasn't really there, because he just didn't fit into that frame through which he views the world. And then he decided, King Umar the Ill-Tempered, he is just as bad, if not worse, than the Dulonids. I will have his skull as well. He tried his best, he used his frame, and in the end, it just didn't work out. This man is interesting because he is patient, vengeful, and of course eccentric. He relies heavily on that framework that I have now referenced a couple of times. And yet, he is also irritable. This kind of having a short fuse, it seems to be the opposite of patient. But the reality is that that short fuse really only comes into, you know, the consideration here when his patience wears out and his plans fall apart. Today we're going to see exactly what this looks like, and I will be pulling this into our considerations. In fact, I will be seeking out Prince William Fitzjordan here, a brother that we do love. I mean, don't get me wrong here, right? We are best friends, but we are struggling. We're going to see what it means when Rey Roger here becomes impatient, when he is looking down the barrel of a gun and, well, I suppose down the hilt of a sword, and we're going to find out how exactly he's going to resolve that situation. For the time being, he marches to Granada. This would be, of course, a signal, a very powerful one that keeps the Almoravids at bay. At least that is the hope that he has right here. Is it desperate? Honestly, in a certain way, it most certainly is. What am I seeing over here? I'm seeing enemy ally joins war, Emir al-Rashid. So he is the Lord of Ishbilia. He is going against us. Yeah, our politics here in the West, they haven't really panned out. The Muwaladi aren't friendly to us, and the Mozarabic haven't become our new vassals. We shall see what we need to do. But if you should not come, Kumis Jami, and all of the other Mozarabiks right here, I may have to use violence. We are also, I should say, at the precipice, of course. Conciliation is soon over, and then we are marching towards compromise. We're going to deal with that, of course, as it comes. For the time being, I'm not calling anybody else in here. This is Wali Yemsal, the insubordinate of Fars. You know, in his weakest time, I will say he probably would be calling on his wife, or he would want to call on her. But he doesn't want to disappoint her. She has always coddled him in a certain way, managed him. And this is the time when he wants to prove that he is in control of his own destiny and of all those other people that have doubted him. Let's call upon, once more, the Knights Templar, and let's hope that this force, it should be enough, I hope, but let's hope that it will be enough so that we can, you know, make a quick result here. You know, I really like this. He isn't really being incompetent, he isn't being bad, because that is most certainly not who he was brought up to be. Oh, the arrow bearers, they are now Lecce. They aren't even the Hauteville anymore, and it is interesting to see that they have joined the enemy. I will be ousting him. Everybody that is betraying me will suffer. Oh, and look at that. She has learned, or she has taught him, I should suppose, Provençal language. So, Aragonese, I don't... Oh, it is Provençal. Yeah, okay. She is leaving a significant imprint on her firstborn. Princess Munyadonna, she hasn't really done anything to oppose us. Maybe she will stay. Maybe I will simply kick away the sons, because we can't really deal with them. The way they are is too foreign for us. Oh, and am I seeing this right? Two people fighting? Oh, wait, what? Oh, you were raiding them. So both of them, Fars and Ishbilia, are allies in the war here in the name of Granada, but they are fighting one another because they were raiding each other. This is, oh, we are re-entering the frame. We are coming back together. Things, yet again, seem to go exactly as he has presupposed them. If I can, by the way, I would without a doubt enjoy it if I could give them a, you know, something down here to the Holy Order. I might actually do this. You know, looking at this now, maybe I will give... Oh, man, if it didn't look so ugly... I really don't want to exploit having a Holy Order as a vassal. I'm just saying that it would be amazing if I could give them... Maybe I will give them Malacca, and they can watch it. That would be kind of interesting. I'm not sure how that pans out mechanically, but at least narratively I think we can agree it makes sense. Let's fight them in the hills. I think that is a good place to be. This is the fight that we have been looking forward to, of course. It is occurring in Almoravid territory. They shall see our prowess here. Man, they have so many knights, but in the end, it doesn't mean anything. We have once more wiped them. I'm not sure, actually. Man, I'm actually not sure. When did the Conrois lose their last battle in Iberia? Genuine question. When did that actually happen? We seem to always come out on top. Let me ask you. Yeah, okay, so my family, or my former family, they don't exactly have Conrois in here either. Yeah, we are dominating with, I guess, troops that the Iberians just cannot get under control. You love to see it. Oh, and this puts me at 74%. Here's the sun, actually. Where does he rule? The Mosque of Askar is in the north of Granada. It is the son of our enemy here, Amir Ahmad the Evil. I think, yeah. I think I'm going to be a little bit ruthless towards him. He is a prisoner of war. What does your father have planned? Oh, the sweet kiss of the whip. A truth Amil Kawud is soon to experience. He will be sleeping on his stomach. He may yet turn into a lunatic. Let's see that. Oh, he did. Oof. That is a tough one for you, buddy. This war means quite a bit. I really want to stress this, of course, in a historical context as well. When we look at Granada, it was the obvious choice for the last territory of course, the Muslims in this region. Explaining this, I don't think should take too much time. It is in a formidable position. We were talking back in Sicily about this already, that Sicily knows various fortifications, not last Castro Giovanni, that are incredibly difficult to take because they are in this mountainous location. Oh, and they built the Palace of Palermo. The Byzantines built the Palace of Palermo. Okay, this fortification is incredibly easy to hold, and it overlooks, look at this amazing flat territory to the south. This location is a tough one to crack, and the Alhambra in comparison is insanely tough. Yeah, let's just be honest about this. The Alhambra is one of those fortifications, even if it is torn down, it is only a ruin, well, it will still be lasting pretty long. Oh, and since I have tortured him, I have brought upon our house, and I don't think we can see this anywhere. Yeah, I actually don't think we can see it anywhere. I have brought upon our house a second feud. The House of Granada stands against us the very same way that the King of the Almoravids does. This is the kind of thing, I think, that he underestimates and doesn't fully understand. He assumes that everything he does won't earn him an answer. Whether he can defeat that answer, I don't know yet, but I'll be honest with you. All things considered, I think he simply says we are back in the frame. We are succeeding, of course, with what my goal was here in this circumstance. Neighboring ruler won war. Okay, maybe he will join this war. It would be disastrous for us, but essentially he is saying I am back in my frame. I will work correctly again. Oh, and they are fighting again. And with that, of course, I will succeed here. Because the reality, of course, is that, indeed, we are actually now facing many more and many much more powerful enemies than we ever have. Now, you know what would be comical? If I took Granada without actually having to siege it? Murcia under siege. Really now? Oh, right. That would be quite funny if you ask me. But okay, let's see whether we win this battle. We have a bit of a disadvantage here. He's a good commander, but in the end, I come out ahead. And it yet again seems like everything is just going my way. 96%. I think I can get them to hand this over without ever laying siege to the fort, and that would be insanely powerful if we could fully avoid this. I think if I can get one more fight, and if I can get it fast enough, then we'll have 100%. Yeah, it all comes down to the ticking war square at the end of the day here. These battles have been incredibly brutal, but, well, barely any deaths, basically. That's pretty interesting to see that we're not catching any of those. Let's defeat them again. One last time. Stoking the fire, what is this? There have been clashes between the Catholic and the Mubaladi population in the Count of Mallorca. Let us use this opportunity, my martial art fund suggests, to recruit thugs for hire from among the Catholic rioters, and if they continue their training in their home county, that isn't too bad either. We might actually encourage that. Do I let Mallorca burn in order to enlist these violent fanatics? Ooh, that is an underhanded thing, and we are indeed underhanded, but I think, and it's interesting even that Rais Atfuns here is commanding or is asking for us to do this, given the fact that he is Mubaladi. I suppose that he is seeing from where the wind is blowing. Now, I will tell you, I'm not really feeling this from Ré Roger's point of view. They haven't slighted him. He has dealt with the problem in Mallorca. It is a good province. He knows this to be true. It could be advantageous, but he always valued himself as a good king, right? That is how he perceives himself, of course. Let us spread some hatred discreetly. That is very interesting. I could hand it to a Mubaladi, but then again, they are currently rioting against me. Rukaya here. Would I trust her? Whoa, I really like her. I guess it's really conciliation. Yeah, it's the faith and the culture. That is a pretty massive benefit that you get there. I'm going to let him do his thing just because I'm not home. I'm ultimately just not that much in charge. My involvement has been revealed, and I am a hate monger. I want to say this is slanderous, okay? These are names, these are rumors attached to me. Don't listen to them. I don't care where they are from or who they are. I have won another battle. And this is it. I don't even need to lay siege to the provinces here. What a devastating crusade that we have launched. Not a single siege needed to be activated to achieve this. I will enforce my demands, absolutely. You have lost all your titles. Granada is in my hands. And I have proven that my sword should be feared. Feared indeed so much that I don't even need to take your cities to make it happen. What do we do with Granada? That is the big question that I have right now. Yeah, to found a holy order I would need a ton of piety, and we already have so many anyway. Granada, what do we do with you? We could give Prince William another chance, but I'm not sure that he deserves one. He really hasn't proven himself. Like, there's no way around it. He's a Mubaladi now, there's not that much that I can do. I could, of course, demand conversion, but the reality is he lives under different circumstances, and more importantly, I don't think any of us really believe it. No, I don't think he is the right person to receive this title. Let me think. We have... Interesting. So we do have a couple of them, actually. Suffragan Bishop Nuno Nunes of Erging. He belongs to the Welsh up there. Sancho Nunes de Aragon. Man, I would like to give you some land. You know, to put the de Aragon dynasty back on top here. Alternatively, I could give up Mallorca, and that might actually what I end up doing. We do have a good de Hauteville. Prince Joselm here has proven himself. He hasn't figured out yet who is attempting to kill me, but he has worked in our favor as our spy master, proving that he keeps an eye on that stuff. You know what? This is what we're going to do. I will hand you Mallorca, including the county itself, the capital of the island, of course, Dus Joselm. There you are. I hope that you enjoy your new privilege and that you will treat me and my heirs with the, of course, adequate respect, and then I will keep Granada. This shall become the seat of my power, militarily speaking, in the south. And then on the coastline, I want people that I can trust. Are there any adventurers here that I would trust, that I would enjoy? Obviously not him, no, thank you. We got more Norvins down here, as, you know, is kind of tradition. They have now they have gone to Aragon. Interesting. So this is, of course, the son of Captain Rodrigo de Campeador. I could attempt to settle him, I mean, if he was in my territory. No, you know what? I think we will simply once more look into my knights here. Which one of these deserves... Oh, and look at how this has shot up, by the way. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, that is a massive increase there. And let me just make sure, by the way, that we have our inheritor set up. I'll do the legwork if need be. Joachim has served with me, and he is Mozarabic. You know, that's an interesting thing. I want, of course, the Mozarabics of the north to trust me. They're putting some here in charge of the south, making it so that they need to fight if they want to keep their land in my name. I think that is a good idea. And you know, I'm going to go ahead straight up. I'm going to say, you can keep religious protections. And other than that, let's go with Castellan right here. I think that is a valuable position to hold. Even fortification rights, quite frankly, would be pretty good. Yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and do this. Fortify the coastline. It is utterly, utterly important. And you know, I would like some Andalou kind of people down here as well. Trustworthy indeed. Hopefully making it so that I can keep this area here pacified. Show me this, by the way. I need to look at this. Feudal favoritism. What is this? Kumis Ibrahim has been silently seething all evening, but finally bursts as I reach for the sturgeon caviar. I simply cannot understand why you granted the Ducas of Majorque to Dus Joselm. These lands by right belong to me. What do we have here? Catholic, Andalusian. Has been underneath me for quite some time. He's an Emirate, married into House Houdit. I actually, one of the Houdits just died in my prison, but okay. What grave offense have I caused that you should treat me so ignobly? Frankly, it is the fact that, oh man, that is actually... I think he doesn't know what is going on there. I mean, he is approached like this. He doesn't really have an immediate response. He's not quick-witted when it comes to this. He didn't think of him. That is as simple as it is. He always saw Murcia as a burden, as an annoying element, kind of. And Ibrahim II isn't wrong. He's a loyal Andalusi. He is Catholic. He converted, of course, as was demanded of him. And yet he didn't receive the duchy that he probably rightfully should be holding. Forgive me, Ibrahim. Majorque is yours. I don't think I can do this. He wouldn't point out qualities that he lacks. He doesn't have that wherewithal. He likes him, but he doesn't like his frame being challenged either way. So you know what? We're gonna make some enemies here, absolutely. Do not question my decisions again. And he is insulted. Yeah, we are not making friends there. Listen, it is our wife that is keeping it together when it comes to the social life here. We aren't exactly good at that. Now let's take a look at this. How would I build this up? Oh my god. So I would need hoardings. This is so expensive. Yeah, we're not doing this. That is so far away. Don't you worry about it. I will be keeping this. Just because I think this is a valuable sign to have, right? It shows who I am. I not only hold Cordoba, but also, of course, the Fort of the South. Let's create the Duchy of Granada right here. I want to make sure that people know who I am. Could we, by the way, create Andalusia? I'm at 8 out of 10. Okay, interesting. Right, we did modify this contract. That is okay. He is still... He's yet in prison. I want all of you, kind of, to tell me, what do you think about him being in prison? He doesn't respect the Mu'aladi faith, he fought them, but he sees them as any other faith that isn't aligned with him, you know, as you would see, for example, even just a heresy within Christendom. He doesn't take this seriously on a spiritual level. And I think the time where the Mu'aladi Caliph could have threatened us is long since gone. Man, that is I'm not sure that he would release him. Maybe. If I were to take out Ishbilia... If the last of the Mu'aladi have their back broken, if the Dununids are gone, maybe then we are talking about this. And, you know, speaking of the Dununids being gone, who is in our prison, by the way? Just checking in. We have a Ganatit, we have a Lobon and Muzaffar. And the Lobon is kind of talented, actually. And then, of course, Caliph Muhammad as well. Man. Oof, his life has been tough. It truthfully has been so difficult. I think we should now start ousting Mu'aladi just so that we weaken the popular support for the Caliph himself. You cannot use converts. Oh, we're in this struggle phase. Okay, so that's not possible. Then interesting. Tongstones. Malta is a major exporter of tongstones, strange stones in the shapes of snakes' tongues. Many believe that these stones have useful medicinal qualities and in particular are useful as a safeguard against poison. Recently, prominent merchants in Valence have been able to secure favorable trade deals with locals who gather these tongstones. I might even want to invest in this trade given the usefulness of such a product. No, I didn't mean to click that. That's... Oh my god, I think there's a decision. I think there's going to be a decision for us here. Oh, that is so painful. I just clicked that away. That is... I may be stupid. Oh, and the Pope has been imprisoned. And by whom? By the Emperor yet again. Imperatore Alessandro the Greedy. What is he fighting for? He's going for Rome again. No, okay, in this timeline, I can tell you this outright, the papacy is unbelievably weak. This is something that we haven't really taken into account. The papacy, after the Carolingian Empire fell apart, so we're talking about 867, or rather 860, somewhere around that time frame, and then all the way, of course, into the early modern period, so, you know, Columbus finds America and so on. They only grew stronger. They started out very, very weakly, actually, making barely it so that they got protection first, of course, from the Italians directly, so the northern Italian king. Then this kind of continued with the Carolingians, later on with the HRE, but they only grew stronger. Their control and their expectation in any given realm became ever more powerful. Their bishops, actually, kind of driving the entire discourse on that topic. Here, nope, that didn't happen. And you know what, let me double check this, actually. There's plenty of theocracies, actually, in Germany in particular, where it was very, very common. And then, of course, ours is down there as well. In this timeline, papal authority doesn't mean that much. I don't think that there is too much of an insistence outside of Crespi here, of course, and before him Adam. I don't think there's too much of an insistence for us to walk and act against the Mozarabic creed. In fact, I would say that he quite readily kind of interacts with it, as long as the Mozarabs are, of course, loyal. That is an interesting thing right there. I really like to see that. That dynamic carries a lot of weight that is different from our timeline. A feisty maid. I recently employed a new maid, Fresende, at my residence. Though young and inexperienced and feisty in spirit, she is cleverer than she seems at first glance. Some of my young manservants are rambunctious lads, though not bad at heart. They love to prank the other servants. I usually don't bother to intervene, as they do it away from the eyes of the court, and the pranks are mostly harmless. Today, the lads prepared to prank her by having a bucket dump water on her when she opened the door. However, Fresende figured this out. She turned the tables by tricking the boys into having the water be dumped on themselves. I fortunately witnessed the incident, and it gave me a good laugh. You will go far in life, Fresende. He does think positively about her man. He is actually, that's crazy. He just kind of likes people, just not interacting with them. You know that? He enjoys kind of people watching, I suppose. This clever girl deserves to be more than a mere maid. No, I don't think so. You know what? You will go far, Fresende. Interesting that we're getting a bit of a raw, I think, view here for the landed life and for our court life. I've arrived in Valence to pay homage to you. Oh, it is Dus Joselm. See, my choice is always right. My choice is always right. He dared come to me and complain, whereas Joselm is showing me deference. I like it. Show him in at once. Let's see. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the Rhine. Alright, so very simple, but court grandeur has been kept in check. I really want to stress one thing, and I think this is something that has always been played into that direction with his character. Yeah, and look at that. Rome is yet again gone. That is crazy. A Landped. Oh, and it is back in the Gudeshki dynasty right here. That is fascinating. But I really like the idea that he likes the pomp and circumstance, just not needing to partake in it. He likes kind of viewing it, right? So that is exactly what we're seeing right there. That definitely gains him a lot of brownie points with us, no matter how I look at that. Oh, and we do also have a court event. My court poet Arnald has somewhat settled into his role, though not without some teething trouble. He has made no bones about the fact he thinks he should be better rewarded if he is to truly throw himself into his work. Come, my lord, I'm in the service of the Rey of Valence. Shouldn't I have more than table scraps if I'm to spend my days absorbed in rhyming on your behalf? This guy knows exactly how to impress our king. You know, very well. I think, yeah, why not? I'm gonna do it. Absolutely. I'm gonna pay you more. Hey, listen, if you think you deserve more money, that makes sense to me. In fact, I'm gonna take you aside, make me a brooch. Let's hope that it looks good. What is the other one? A book? It's Hildegard von Bingen! Please stay at the court. I need you to write a book. Yes. It's not even, that's not even, come on. How often do we get Hildegard von Bingen? The answer is basically never. She was, of course, a very, very interesting person. Kima the Liar arrives. Oh, and we are meeting with Kima the Liar. That is a reference to Maik the Liar, of course. What does he have to tell us here? I arrive in the town where Kima the Liar is staying. After I set up an appointment to meet with him, and I find the tavern where he reportedly frequents and enter it. It doesn't take me long to notice the elusive gentleman, and I walk over to where he is sitting, insisting on speaking in the third person. He greets me. Kima knows much, tells some. Kima knows many things others do not. Let's see what's going on here. Kima is always in search of good jokes about chickens, yet finds none. Where could they have gone? Oh, that is I'm not gonna tell that joke. Okay, good luck. I may know what's going on there. Okay. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I'm even leaving that in. I think that's funny for me. Okay, sometimes we gotta keep it funny for me. Now, what I will be doing is, with the idea he feels as though kind of his grasp on the realm is slipping at least to a certain degree, and he always feels uncomfortable with this. I'm going to pass absolute crown authority. Man, it is so rare. It is so rare that I have that, but nah, I'll take it. That is interesting. I like it. And I think I will be pushing further here before I even do anything else. I will be going for Cadiz. Can't do a holy war here, of course, because he is a struggle participant. Cadiz makes it so that these locations here are isolated, surrounded by, well, my powerful cities, of course, to the north. In the east, the fortification, and in the west, my ports. I want to oust the Almoravids, and this is the step to take, without a doubt. As always, I am leading my armies. How else could it be? I mean, come on. We're gonna make Hildegard von Bingen our personal physician here as well. I could, of course, be employing somebody as a seneschal. Do I have anybody that I would trust here? I really don't think so. A random Bavarian man Hildegard von Bingen, we feel... Why is she... Oh, okay, she's a fornicator. She's the lover of Dietpold. Interesting. I'm going to give a job here to Reis Abd al-Warith. That's okay. What I'm more interested, much more interested in actually, is... Yeah, we need to search for more legends. Hildegard, please, find that Occitan legend again. It matters so much to me and my people. Man, I hate that I lost that legend seat. That is just incredibly frustrating. See, if CK3, by the way, supported a street building mechanic, which it should, roads were, of course, important, I would build one right here. This is becoming an important axis in our realm, whereas this used to be the main axis, of course, in the Umayyad realm. And now, I'm gonna go and crush these people in Sevilla. Oh, you are running. Alright, I'll do it in Almoravi territory yet again. I love doing that, just to show them that my troops are ready and capable of killing. Beautiful. What are we doing with her daughter, by the way? I think she gets to stay, to be honest with you. Learning her. She reads a lot. She thinks a lot. She doesn't really do too much with us. I will keep her in the court, but I won't bring her up myself. Hildegard, you do it, okay? And then my second-born son. Oh, he's rowdy. He's going. No, I'm sending him away. He's going to his mother. I already can smell that. Nah. He is just... like my other son. No way. These kids can't behave. Prince Roger, off you go, buddy. Have fun. Isn't that incredible that we didn't even need to siege Granada? I find that to be incredible. And he has arrived in her court. Yeah. I don't want to see my kids until they're grown. And yeah, look at that. Somebody is trying to... Two different people are trying to kill me? Why aren't we finding out? Name some names, I beg you. I can't really make it any worse. We're getting unlucky, I suppose, with the secrecy rolls, which is confusing to me, given the fact that they have 0% secrecy. We'll see. He is certain that my acquaintance, Princess Isa, is scheming against me. It's the Dunonids. It is actually, legitimately, it's not just me dreaming, having a nightmare. The Dunonids are trying to kill me. Huh. I'm going to go ahead. You can keep her in that scheme. Give me a hook on you. You know it didn't work against, well, my southern neighbors. How about him? You think we can get something going here? You think we can make this happen? Especially with his wife under my control? Oh, when it actually isn't enough. That is so close, but alright. I will kill him. Maybe. Let's see whether we can't make that happen. Galusa is scheming against me. Oh my god. Okay, I am going to salute to the AI, okay? Clearly, it's the Dunonids and the Almoravids. Genuinely, unironically. That is what is going on here. I see. I won't reveal that I know, but, you know, I do know. Yep, it's the Dunonids and the Almoravids. That's insane. I really like this. This is a genuine, true house feud. I like it. Inspiration realized. Over here, my lord. So he has created his own brooch. Doesn't look bad. Gives a lot of fertility, actually. Should I have this? Should my wife have this? It's not a bad item. I think I'm sending this to my wife. Howdy there. I made you a gift. We rarely meet, but I'm sure that you enjoy gifts. There you go. Beautiful. Another last battle here. Oh, I captured him. Oh, my friend. No mercy. No mercy whatsoever. Ooh, you learn of his incestuous secret. Jesus. I have had incestuous relations. With whom? With your mother? Obviously, I'm going to continue torturing him. I mean, that is just what you do. Wait a minute. Huh? With whom? Wait, are you a product of incest? Like, which one is it? Now, obviously, I'm going to expose this, right? Let's just be clear about this. Yep, there he is. Incestuous. Al-Rashid is known for having sexual relations with relatives. Just like in general, is that what it is? Oh, with her? You know what? Not a problem to me. Doesn't matter to me anymore. I have left my mark on him, body and mind. And I've taken Cadiz. Now, back at home, let's take a look, as we are at 15 development. Have I already halfway to promoting this culture? I really would like to develop this. We have been somebody that, especially recently, has been very involved in creating value and wealth in our territory. I am going to go ahead and actually establish a European ivory carving center. Copious amounts of valrus ivory from Greenland arrive in European ports every year. Though we are not directly involved in the colonization of Greenland, this is a struggle as well, we could still profit handsomely from this trade if we became the chief exporter of carved ivory outside of the Nordic seas. Man, that is a lot of money, but I'm gonna be spending it. Greenland exports a lot of valrus ivory to markets throughout Europe, where it is often sold for high prices. We will be the gate for this, into the Mediterranean. That is actually really nice. Up until now, the ivory carving workshops that make the most use of this ivory have been scattered across many lands, which the entrepreneurial-minded Roger saw as a great opportunity. Working together with local merchants and ivory carvers, Roger has developed his capital, Valence, into Europe's main center of ivory carving outside of the Nordic seas. By investing in this industry and transforming Valence into a major destination for ships laden with walrus ivory, he and his successors will profit handsomely from the ivory trade for years to come. I really love this modifier. Look at that. That is crazy. That is pretty big. Now, I think with all of this done, and we are growing quite rapidly here, I would like to go on a private vacation at Amunia. This is, of course, something that we have cared about, right? With the Amunia Estates tradition, I picked that for a very particular region. For a very particular reason. We could do leisure, agriculture. Oh, I do actually kind of like this. Okay, or botany. How does he calm down, I wonder? Leisure is probably not something... You know what? Agriculture sounds like something he would actually do. He would just kind of take in the field, see how it is going, and learn from there. So we do have right here farms and fields. Over there is Amunia here. Oh, interesting. There's Amunia down there as well. You know what? Let me double check this. So this is actually empty, but I suppose that it ascribes Amunia there. Ooh, and we have a feast, and it's him. This guy has stood by my side. See, I was checking whether he would attend. If he were to attend, since I do want him to join me, look at that. He has vassalized Toledo. I would go to this feast, but from the looks of it, yeah, he is busy in various wars, so I am not attending. I will instead be going, you know what, actually, let me check that group. I will instead be going, indeed, on a private vacation at Amunia, and we're going to actually go into the far distance here, away from Valence. I want to learn what the, folks in the center of Iberia have learned over time. How long are we going to make this? 3 months? Yeah, we're going to make it 3 months. Why not? Let's save up some more money. King Umar is plotting to kill me. That is exactly right. Yeah. Oh, you have to die, buddy. You really have to die. And I think I will be going with reflection here. I kind of want to understand who I have been, who I have become, and what that all means for us. This has been a reign as successful as any other reign could have been, but it also was very different so far. Just based on the way that he has conducted himself, rather for the reasons that he has chosen to take action under. It has been too long since I've had an opportunity to take a break from my busy life. Many people of the privileged and noble classes of Al-Andalus have munias out in the countryside, where they can relax and spend time away from the city. I think it is about time I go to one. Vacationing at Amunia isn't just for petty pleasures like one would do in the lands of unenlightened infidels. No. These are also places of agronomic and botanical experimentation, and where proper, cultured people gather to engage in scholarly discourse. Anyways, I will soon partake in a private vacation at Amunia in Alcazar. There are many fun things to do on these excursions, no matter one's personality and interests. Let's figure that out. After some preparations, I have finally arrived at my Munya in the countryside for my excursions. For the next 2 days, I will have the whole manor to myself so I can relax and enjoy life. Of course, just because I'm by myself doesn't mean that I can't engage in some productive activities. Those who are wealthy and powerful enough to own these kind of large villas often sponsor the efforts of local scholars to conduct botanical and agronomic experiments. Therefore, if I want, I could check on how the projects I'm sponsoring are doing. It would be quite a pleasant surprise if I gain some new insights that help me manage my realm or impress others. On the other hand, maybe a vacation should just be for pure relaxation. We are pretty relaxed, all things considered. Look at that. Literally a 0. Not much stresses us out unless our schemes and our path towards glory are failing. You can see right here more and more people are revealed as indeed plotting against me. Oh, and we have another daughter, Bert. I would actually prefer, let's name her Sancha. I think that is a good name. Many munias, such as my own, also double as plantations that produce anything from delicious fruits and vegetables to sugar to raw silk from mulberry tree. Thus, though I am spending a lot of my time at my munia's main manor to relax, I'm interested in seeing how things are done at the rest of my estate. The overseers and a few scholars specializing in agronomy, whom I previously hired to provide guidance for these operations, accompany me as I traverse the fields and orchards. Perhaps I should ask them what they have recently learned from their work. The information could come in handy when I return from my vacation and help me in my responsibilities as the region's RE. Ask about crop yields or ask about ways to prepare the food stuff. So this gives experience. No. I like crop yields and production. I think my wife would be impressed with that. You know that? Oh, wow. Okay, nice bonus. Did we pick that up? That would have been... Oh, we didn't get it. That sucks, because that is actually good. Man, look at this, by the way. So many positive modifiers. You love to see it. You absolutely do. And it seems somebody's now also trying to steal my artifact. So many people scheming against me. My god. Who can I trust anymore? She has learned Provençal. Okay, yeah, that's nice. I like it. And with that, the vacation is over. Going to the countryside like this always rejuvenates a man's spirits, and I look forward to the next opportunity I have to do this. I'm sure it will be sooner rather than later. Recently vacation, right, stewardship, lifestyle experience, and maybe we even get better at skills. I like it. Okay, that was big. Now you see this up here, right, don't ya? I'll be frank with you, I was thinking about this. What should I pick up? I do really like the bonus of Metropolitan, but I'll be honest with you, the reality for me is that these bonuses here are just kind of boring. There's nothing that I get out of them. Customs obviously does fit. I think if we talk about legitimacy, yeah, this might also very well fit, you know, getting the espoused legitimacy intent. But I think the reality of it is just a whole lot more simple. This right here will grant me a legend seed, and a legend seed I need. This legend seed is usable only once per dynasty and can be used by any member. I will be picking it up. I think we're going to utilize this seed right here and treat it as essentially the very same. Oh, what is this one right here? This guy, it's just the Pope's running legends 24/7. Is that just me? Is that just my game? Surely it can't be. Anyway, I am thinking we're going to take this legend seed and we're going to treat it as our own legend seed here in Valencia, but also the seed of the legend that was of course mentioned by the Occitan woman. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will leave you right here. We are going to dive deep into a mighty endeavor for House Cecile, and I will leave you right here. For now, I will see you later, alligator.